Yo, this is Jay from Straight Smoke Gaming, and in today's video, we're going to be doing another Thursday night football. Madden builds me a parlay for it. So last week we did not hit. I also wanted to bring up a good point that Orb told me is I messed up last week's parlay. Drake London in the sim did not have over 63.5 receiving yards. I'm not sure what I was going through my head when I picked that. So hopefully we don't do that again. So I guess in a way it's kind of good that parlay didn't hit because that's not what Madden told me to pick. I don't know what I was doing there. But anyway, on to this week. We got the Seahawks versus the San Francisco 49ers. Another divisional matchup, another good rivalry game. I hate both these teams because I'm a Rams fan. Let's go ahead and see how the sim went. So, if you're a guy that likes money line or spread, you probably should pick the Seahawks. They ended up winning by 6 points, 27-21. We don't do that here at Straight Smoke Gaming. We use Prizepicks, so we're going to be betting on player props, rushing yards, receiving yards, stuff like that. So let's go ahead and take a look at those numbers. Starting off with Brock Purdy, 293 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interception. Has a 67 completion percentage. Pretty good game for Brock Purdy. On to Geno Smith, he throws for 291. Also has a 67 completion percentage, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. Doesn't turn the ball over, so that's good. Obviously, you would like more touchdown passes from your quarterback, but hey, as long as they have a clean game like that, I think you'd be happy with it. I would if I was a Seahawks fan. On to the running back, you got Kenneth Walker, 62 yards, 1 touchdown on 18 attempts. Pretty good game there. Obviously, you'd like for him to average 4 yards a carry, but he does get in the end zone. Jordan Mason, 17 attempts, 49 yards, 1 touchdown. I'm going to say a pretty good game there because he gets into the end zone, but same thing, you would like for him to average 4 yards a carry. That's kind of what I aim for, at least. Let's go ahead and take a look at receiving, starting off with the Seahawks. First, you got JSN, 8 receptions, 104 yards, no touchdown. Pretty good game for your wide receiver, 3 or 2. I don't know how you guys value Lockett. He's more of a 2 in my book. Tyler Lockett, though, 8 receptions, 131 yards, 1 touchdown. So, pretty good game for your 3 or 2, however you want to value Tyler Lockett. He hasn't really had a big game, so it's good to see him get in the end zone and rush for or receive for over 100 yards. Noah Fant, haven't heard his name much, so this kind of seems on par. 3 receptions, 28 yards, no touchdowns. Doesn't really look like in the sim he will be effective, so that'll be something to watch out for. DK Metcalf, another thing to watch out for. Only 2 receptions for 28 yards, no touchdowns. So it looks like the 49ers do a good job locking up DK Metcalf. In the simulations, that'll be something interesting to see if that is true in real life. So next, for 49ers, you got Jordan Mason, 9 receptions, 98 yards, no touchdowns. Pretty interesting game there for Jordan Mason because in Madden, they list him as a power back. So if your power back's going to have 9 receptions for almost 100 yards, that's a pretty good game. George Kittle, 6 receptions, 78 yards, 2 touchdowns. We all know what Kittle is. He's actually off to a really good season. So getting in the end zone twice, that's a great game for him. And almost 80 yards receiving, too, is good. Brandon Ayuk, we finally seen him break through and actually have a pretty good week. 5 receptions, 56 yards, 0 touchdowns. So it'll be interesting to see if he can kind of do what he did last week. He had 8 receptions last week. Jawan Jennings, 2 receptions, 24 yards, no touchdowns. Not pretty interesting. That's pretty on par in my book. It seems like when everything got back healthy, other than CMC with that offense, he kind of fell off a little bit and didn't get many looks. So that makes sense. If Debo and Kittle are healthy, he's not going to be as relevant. Debo, 2 receptions, 25 yards, and no touchdowns. So it looks like Debo has a rough week receiving. Also wanted to note, he didn't even record a rush attempt, so that's something else to look out for. But let's go ahead and take a look what we picked out here. So JSN, we're going to pick the over on his receiving yards. We're also going to pick the over on Geno Smith's pass yards. And then George Kittle's over on his receiving yards. Kittle's been really good this year. And then Brandon Ayuk over on 4.5 receptions. So let's go ahead and take a look more in depth. JSN needs to get 49 receiving yards. Geno Smith needs to get 253 pass yards. Kittle needs 51 receiving yards. And Ayuk needs 5 receptions. And you could turn $10 into 80 with Prizepicks. So let's go ahead and talk about all these players. JSN actually has had a pretty good season. Geno Smith, he's been balling recently. And Kittle, off to a good start. He had a really good sim. And Debo, Ayuk, like I was saying earlier, he finally got involved more, had 8 receptions, so it'll be interesting to see how this bet goes. I'm confident for it. Right now, our season total we've made $60 because of the one bet that we hit versus it was the Dallas Cowboys versus the New York Giants. Obviously, we would like to expand on that, but when it comes to this video, that's all we got. So if you enjoyed, please remember to like and sub for more Madden content, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.